Okay.
What's up, guys? This is the Everything and Anything podcast with your host Malin, and you already know this is the most unprofessional podcast out there. No set agenda, no set design. We pretty much just get it done. Wherever we at, bro, we get it done, yo. And you already know. Go check out the Instagram, check out the website, the YouTube channel. Leave a like, a comment, share a post. Do something, yo. Any support helps. I urge y'all to go interact with my page and just do something on the page. Follow, like, comment. I don't know how much times I gotta tell y'all to just interact with the page, yo. I appreciate y'all though. Any support helps, like I said. And today I'm here with
Hasina.
And today we're gonna be talking about just her female perspective on the world and things that I guess guys see differently, yeah. But to get started off, like, introduce yourself.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Hasina, nickname Cena the Stallion. Nickname DJ Sensen, DJ Sensen on the beat. Okay, first of all, but I'm sorry guys, I'm really anxious because this is all new to me and everything, but like what he said before, like support his page, like shout out to Mainland, like for doing this, for like caring about this and having this passion for like
bro
for having this passion about like his podcast and everything. Like support, like come on, we in 2023, support. Y'all got social media. But I would say I'm a senior. I'm a major in English literature and communications, trying to be a journalist. For right now, nothing's exciting is happening right now, but I would say like I got my first graduate school acceptance letter. So going to grad school, y'all. Hopefully. No, I'm going to grad school first, like serious. But I feel like I'm from the Bronx, New York. From New York City. Woo woo. Don't do that, Brooklyn. But yeah, I feel like there's nothing really like. How should I introduce myself?
But you pretty much said. Is that what you want to say about yourself? That was a good introduction, I would think.
Yeah.
Alright. So, how do you want to get this started? Do you want to start with relationships, sexuality, what career field? Where do you want to start?
Okay, since we kind of like brought the like whole career field like thing into like conversation, I feel like. What is your passions related to like life in terms of like job wise? Like, are you just free to like anything? Or are you open to anything? Like, any opportunities are presented to you?
I mean, the way I see it right now, I'm not really trying to. I need to get a job. Mm-hmm. I will get a job, mm-hmm. but that's not my main focus. My main focus is what I'm doing right now, mm-hmm. and my CMOS. Shout out Maze Tropical CMOS. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying. So that's really my main focus. If I could just get that going without any, any like other interruptions in my life with like just having to find a corporate job or mm-hmm. having to work for somebody else, that would be amazing, to be honest with you. But in life sometimes you have to get a job to support yourself and do other things, like literally I have to get a job to literally support my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't really support my business if it's not taking off the way I wanted to take off in the beginning. So I need some type of revenue to buy cameras, buy lights, do what I gotta do, so I could actually get this to the point where I'm actually making revenue, and then I could support myself doing what I love doing, like this. What would you say would be your motivation and like for jobs and how you see like career wise?
So I always said that honestly, like my life goal is to be happy. I feel like I can't really go like anywhere in life without like being happy and maintaining that like mental stability, because it's like I know that like the importance of a job is so like you know, it's so important within our society, and we need to like get a job to be financially stable and everything. But it's just like I'm not getting myself into like a job or any type of environment that I'm not happy in, that I don't want to like go to work. Like, I'm sorry to say this now, but like even at my job right now, like on campus, like there be days I wake up like, damn, like do I have to go to work? And it's just like, that sounds so sad to say, because it's like, bro, it's one is money, but two is just like, why am I sitting here doubting myself and sitting here contemplating whether or not I need to go to work? And for me, I feel like I mentioned earlier, like I want to be a journalist. I want to write stories. I want to share with the public. I want to honestly interview people, get to know their stories, learn their culture, and really like, I feel like for me personally, I'm a writer. I always wrote, like I wrote since I was like 8 years old about like fairy tales and all that bullshit. But like not even that, like I used to write about my neighborhood, about the shootings, about the gun violence, about my mom, my dad. Like I used to write different stories, and in a sense it was a coping mechanism. Like I used to write for like my own benefit and to just have fun and everything. But at the same time, I realized that as I got older, like when I went through high school, even college, like every time I write a story, people would be like, oh my god, like you inspired me, or like I felt impacted. I'm like, damn, like I didn't know my words mean so much.
That's good though. In
that sense, I want to continue that. And I feel like right now, like I've been okay, this is very personal, but right now I just been very like, not stuck, but I've been very anxious about what's next, the unknown. And I feel like I know that I want to be a journalist and everything, but at the same time, I'm just very much more anxious about the fact that that job will keep me going.
I definitely understand that.
And it's just like, I want to continue writing, and I want to write books eventually. Like I really told myself I'm gonna do a whole autobiography about my life, so catch that, like Hasina. But I feel as though like I don't want to do something and like I turn out to regret it. So like I literally told myself, like I want to be a journalist, I want to interview people, I want to travel to different countries and interact with them, but at the same time, like I also want to help people.
Definitely.
And one of the things I've been very much contemplating is teaching. Like I found like it kind of sounds, it's very random, but I just feel like I want to really like help students. I want to make them feel included. And if it's not teaching, it's also will be like a nonprofit organization dedicated to marginalized communities. That'll be dedicated. I want that to be set in like disenfranchised communities, such as like in the city. And I want a space for people to be okay. I want a space for people to realize what's the importance of life is. Okay. And to keep going.
So how do you feel like how do you feel like you're gonna do that through journalism?
I feel like first I would start doing it through journalism. Like I want to go to grad school to like really learn the skills, to build on the skills, and to build on experiences and work with professionals. Because I feel like undergrad, like no funny shit, like there is no, not that I don't get the personal experience or the hands-on experience that I want. It's just that we take other classes that like really like conflict with that. So it's just like, how am I building my own personal experience?
Exactly.
So when I like, so my plan is to go to graduate school to get the help that I need, and then throughout graduate school work at internships, jobs that will help me concentrate on that journalism career field. But then afterwards, like I want to start, the people that I talk to, the people I connect, I will want to talk to them and be like, hey, like I have this idea going, and I want you to be realistic with me. Like, is that idea worth doing or not? But at the same time, I feel like I'm not gonna really count on their opinions, because who are they to stop my dreams?
Of course, but you could also look at those people as partners if they actually support what you're doing. Those people could be partners or people who actually help get what you want to do moving. If those people have a say in, I guess, those companies or those organizations or whatever that, you know, like whatever those people do, whatever they have going on, you could look at them as, you know, just, it's always good to like network and shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Like I really do agree with the whole networking aspect, but I just know that like for me personally, like I have like it sounds mad cliche, but I have a 10-year plan. Like
it's not cliche, it's good to have plans, bro. I have a plan too.
Like it's just like, even though like my first plan is journalism, I have like backup plans such as teaching and like writing my book and everything. So it's like I need something to fall behind, like just in case shit don't go right. And it's just like I'm a very optimistic person, but like there's a phase in my life right now, I'm not that I'm becoming very pessimistic, I'm becoming very realistic. Because it's like I can't keep fooling myself that things will turn out the way it is.
It's good to be realistic, bro, because shit never goes as planned, bro. There's this quote, I don't know who said it, but it goes if you want to see God laugh in your face, make plans. You know what I'm saying? So basically, if you don't understand what that means, like let's just let shit happen. Yeah, you could make plans, but you gotta don't put everything into it, because it might not work out. If it works out, it works out. You know what I'm saying? But So you gotta have plan B and sometimes plan C, bro.
And plan Z.
And all the way to plan Z, for real though. But yeah, but that's why I try, but my head is in so much places, to be honest with you, especially with the CMOS, you know, podcast, plus my consulting firm that I'm trying to get off the ground right now. And those that I'm just trying to be able to have multiple things that I love doing, and I don't just have to like, you know, put all my energy into one thing. I could, you know, outsource, or, you know, find people who love doing what I do too, and help me build my organizations up to a level where I don't really have to, like, you know, like I said, put all my energy into one place. I could just do everything that I love, to be honest with you. And that's how I feel like I'm gonna go with my career in my, like, just career wise, to be honest with you. That's how I feel that I will literally build my entire life, starting from now, to be honest with you. That's how I feel when it comes to, like, career stuff and stuff like that. But I definitely, going back to what you were saying, I definitely think that's a good goal to do what you want to do, especially with the nonprofits and just teaching in general, because I mean, you could never go wrong with helping people. Helping people is just teaching. My mom is a teacher, and I mean, I don't know how I could never teach, yo. I get so frustrated with people.
Bro, you never fucking know. Like, I feel like just you self-doubting yourself. Like, bro, literally life is so short, whereas it's like, why can't you just live life doing everything? Like, bro, if you could be a doctor, you could be a doctor. If you could be a lawyer, you could be a lawyer or a teacher. But I know what you mean. Like,
I just can't see myself teaching. That's the thing though. The when it comes to teaching, you automatically feel in a classroom with kids, and there are different forms of teaching. I just haven't found the form that I like, and I enjoy doing it, to be honest with you. And that's why I could never see myself teaching. But but I definitely feel like going to journalism and putting a spotlight on things that matter, not just to you but to other people, will definitely push you in a direction where you could build an organization or do things that will actually help people and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely feel like that's a good goal and career path for you, to be honest with you. But what else, like, what else when it comes to, like, career stuff do you think that's different? Because we're talking about your perspective on this, your female perspective. When it comes to career, do you think, like, men have, I don't know, like, easier choices, or get it easier when it comes to picking their career and getting into stuff like that? Like, what is your perspective on things like that?
It's not that men have easier choices, or, like, in terms of picking for a career, it's just that, like, sexism exists, whereas it's like there's a difficulty for women to, like, really obtain a job unlike a man. And it's just like, if you look at the statistics, like, literally, like, the first top, like, thing is white men, then Asian men, then black men, and then, like, on the bottom of the barrel is, like, females. And it's just, when it comes to men, like, y'all have more, like, I don't know, like, I feel like when it comes to, it's just, damn, that's a difficult, like, thing. Like, you got that.
I'm good.
But I think when it comes to men and their career choices, I feel as though, like, y'all have liberty to do whatever y'all want to do, wherever y'all please. And on top of that, it's just that, like, you ever heard, like, when I was a kid and everything, like, you know how, like, so when I was a kid, so if it was like, if there's, like, any, like, heavy lifting or whatever, like, oh, like, carry this box in, whatever, right? They'd be like, okay, all the men get up and do this. And I'm just like, miss, I can carry this box too. Like, I'm buff. Like, but because of, like, those things, it just kind of really, okay, like, it kind of puts things in perspective, whereas it's like, for a men, like, if it comes to construction work, or if it comes to, like, any, like, heavy lifting job, it's like, y'all have a higher pick than us.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
And then
I see that.
On top of, like, business related stuff, like, not that there's a higher respect for men when it comes to things like that, it's just that there is.
Yeah.
And it's just that for females, we have to work 10 times harder to go we want. And I know that kind of sounds like very, like, okay, like, wow, like, oh, females, like, you have to. No, it's just, I believe that we all equally work hard, especially, like, BIPOC, like, people. Like, we have to work hard. We have to prove ourselves no matter what. We have to literally stand our own ground and show to them that we are worth it. But it's just that when it comes to females, it's always a competition. And it's just like, and if it comes to a career field that we want and we actually get it, oh, because y'all are female, oh, y'all got body, y'all got this and that, and it's just like, why does it have to be sexualized?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like, we got this because we're smart, we got this because we're strong, we got this because we have the same work ethic as y'all.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem as that. So it's just, I feel it's always a competition, and like, in all reality, we're all stuck. We're all just trying to reach the same goal, but it's just like, why are we so pitted against each other? It doesn't make any sense.
I definitely hear that. I understand that. And do you think that's something, like, I definitely don't think it's right that it's happening. It's been happening for a while now. But do you think that's something that when you actually like get to your career field and you know and you're a journalist by profession, do you think that's a problem that you will try to put a light on and at least try to like create the stepping stones for it to be changed?
I feel like for me as a journalist, I want to create more hindsight and interview more like not only racist but also more sexist, like more not sexist but like how do I define it? But like I will interview like women, males, like the whole, or just everybody honestly, and just try to get their own glance into whatever I'm trying to tell them, or like the main mission is. Okay. And I think that when it comes to my field, I always like, that's one of the things as to why I'm so like anxious about it, is because I know I have to like really like work my ass off. And it's just like, not that it would naturally like not that it wouldn't naturally come out of me, but it's just like it's a lot. And I feel like when it comes to like females within the journalism field, like there is some female journalists, there's some that speak out about like racism and like about like the sexism aspect and about like just being a woman in general. But I just think that it's just, when it comes to that field, it's just that there's a lot of men journalists who's able to have easy access opportunities than female journalists. And I do believe that when it comes to that whole field, it's just that it's gonna be a lot for me personally, and also I know that like any woman that's entering, it's gonna be a lot for them. And on top of that, like a lot of businesses are run by men.
I mean, a lot of them are.
A lot of them are run by men, and the way things are is just as a female, you always have to prove a point. Like I feel like men are more logical. Like yes, there are females that are logical, but men are more like, okay, like where's the numbers? what like how am I gonna draw you in? Oh, what's the proof? What's the evidence? And it's just like. But
for majority of the time, when you look at, let's just say you get into a big corporate, setting, that's just the structure of the business. You know what I mean? It has to be straightforward with numbers, and when is this getting done and this getting that, and that's with most businesses. Some businesses are a little bit, less, slack on, like being like I guess less strict on stuff like that, and like just being all, I guess as you said, like logical on everything that they do. But like I said, but if you go work for a company like, I don't know, like Vice, for instance, they would actually, I think that would be, if you want to travel and talk to people and do stuff like that, Vice would be, because I watch a lot of Vice documentaries and just Vice, like journalism. I just follow a lot of like their like just their documentaries and see how the journalists get to travel, and they send journalists all over the world to do stuff like that, and most of them are female journalists, and especially how there is a journalist for every part of the world that they send them to, because if they have to do something in the Middle East or do something in South America or do something in down south, they would send a black person to go down south, a Middle Eastern person to go to the Middle East, or a South American person to go to South America, or at least someone who speaks Spanish. Now, I definitely like the aspect of that, and that's less free, and you probably have less rules and less bureaucracy going in that business. But if you go work for like a big corporation, bro, you should expect that things are gonna be, oh, it has to get done this way, it has to get done that way. There's no slack for, you know, bullshit basically. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I get your point when it comes to no slack or bullshit and everything, but like, why do we have to expect that? Like, why can't it just, like, I understand your point, but it's just like, when it comes to situations like that, it's just like, why do we have to like really like, I don't know, like try to follow it? And I just feel like we're in the age, things are slowly evolving, things are slowly getting better, and like for vice for instance, like that's diversity and inclusivity at its like peak. Like literally, that's something that I would want to be part of. And I think, I'm not gonna lie, like I need more. I need to have more like experience and more knowledge about those things, because I did not know that, to be honest. And because of you telling me something like that, that's something I need to look into. So it's just like, I feel like as people, like we should really research the kind of things we want to be involved in. And I'm sorry, like for me personally, it's just like even though there's like big corporations I know that would pay you really well and that will like have strict rules and everything, it's just like, why can't it just change? Like, and I just think that, like, personally, like, I understand there's a rule of ethics. I understand it's been years of traditions of keeping that same old, like, methods and tactics and stuff like that, because that's how they can draw people in. But I think that, like, I'm not gonna lie, half of the shit that we're doing right now is not gonna be the same in 2050.
Yeah, it's not.
So it's just, like, I think that, I get what you're saying, but I also think that, like, I shouldn't really, like, I don't know.
But here's what I'm saying. I believe that if you have a problem, not a problem, if you feel like that should change, I don't mean a problem, but like if you feel like that should change, if you see there's basically an issue with it, then I believe that if you want to be a journalist, those are the, you need to like focus on things like that really like impact the way that you feel, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna be doing a change, especially not just for you, but for a whole bunch of women out there, you know, and that's just my opinion. That's just what I, you know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion on
I get what
you're, you know, on, like, because it seems like you feel strongly about that. And I mean, and I always believe that, I mean, sometimes you gotta work for people, but I'm like a capitalist entrepreneur, so I always believe that you should work for yourself and, you know, start your own thing. So that's definitely something that you could even start writing about right now, or doing things right now, like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's never too late to start. It's never too late to start writing and getting your name out there, getting your face out there, and that's how you surpass men in the industry, or just not just men but just people in general, by just starting your own thing and showing these big corporations or these companies that you're doing it yourself and you're getting your name out there, and you're also getting it done, and you're putting a spotlight on it, bro. So yeah, that's just my perspective on that.
No, I fuck with your perspective on that. Like, that's something I need to really start doing. Like, I feel like I have so much things to say, but just like I need to start writing them. I need to start exposing them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think if I start exposing, or not even like just exposing, but I think if I start vocalizing how I feel, and with like, obviously with evidence and like statistics and interviewing other people about their opinions as well, I think that the more I put more insight into this, the more people will start recognizing it, and people will be like, okay, like, this is what we need to change within our system. Because I really do realize that when you take an action, that's when a lot of things really do change. And I think that, like, we're in this new stage of, yes, like, things are, like, slowly evolving and changing, but I think that it's all due to reforms. It's all due to us speaking as a public, like, hey, I don't like this.
Yeah,
or this has to stop, or this has to really improve. So I'm really going to take on what you said, and thank you, Brody.
I'm good.
But also, did y'all peep this? Like, what? Did y'all really peep this? Sorry, like...
I'm dead.
And answer.
I'm not saying I like CMOS just because it's my boy. That shit is good.
Fuck with the CMOS,
Tap
yo.
in, y'all. That shit is great. It's worth for $7. You won't regret it, man. Maze Tropical CMOS. Go follow that on Instagram.
Tap in.
Advertisement time. Today we have Maze Tropical CMOS, wild crafted fruit infused CMOS, fruits and CMOS from the beautiful island of St. Lucia. And if you don't know about CMOS, man, CMOS has 92 out of 102 minerals that the body needs. CMOS has a whole bunch of other minerals and nutritions and, you know, just like health benefits like protein, calcium, sulfur, iodine, magnesium, and that's just a few of them. Sea moss is also good for pregnant women because it gives you and the baby nutriments because it's jam packed with nutriments. You know, sea moss is also good for smokers because it removes the phlegm in your chest and your throat. It clears out your sinuses and all of that stuff. Sea moss is also good for sex, man. It could boost your sex drive. So if you're not all there, drink that sea moss. Sea moss also has way more nutrition, vitamins, minerals than any other multivitamins there is out there. Man, try Maize Tropical Sea Moss today. Wild crafted fruit infused sea moss drinks. Tap in, man. Support. Y'all already know. Commercial break. Like your female perspective on relationships and like what is your definition of being, I guess, single, taken, like dating, like what is your perspective on, like what is like your female perspective on that? You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody has their own definition of, oh, we're talking, or we're dating, or oh, I'm single.
Okay.
What is your perspective on that?
I want to laugh because this shit's funny, but I feel like when it comes to what you call it, like if I'm single, I have the right to talk to anybody I want to. If I'm single, I can have fun. I'm free. Like I'm, like,
yeah.
What? But if I'm talking to somebody, I'm still single. Cause at the same if I'm talking to somebody, I'm still single. Like we're just talking. We're just getting to know each other. Like who am I to like literally drop my other guys because I'm talking to you? Like that sounds so messed up to say, but it's just like I feel as though like we're just getting to know each other. Like I can't have my expectations be so high up when it's just like I don't really like I'm trying to get to know you. So in that point, if I'm trying to get to know you, I'm single. Like we can just be friends. Like I'm talking to you right now, I'm single. I'm talking to this person right now, I'm single. So it's just I feel as though like the talking stage is I'm a single stage because you're just trying to get to know that person, and like unless that person's for me, I like to be straightforward, or not even that, like I like for that person to be straightforward as well. Like I'd be like, bro, like stop playing with me, or like I'll tell that person like, hey, I understand where you're coming from, but I need you to directly tell me like if you're interested in talking to me or continuing wanting to like do something more, I need you to say that. I can't do the guessing game. Like I'm not a mind reader. I can't do mind games. So that put me to the next thing where it's just like if I'm dating someone, okay, we're getting a little bit more serious. And now you're trying to like make me do things with you, or you want me to interact with you more.
Like exclusive, meaning you're not talking to nobody else. We're dating, it's just me and you.
It varies. It varies. Because the thing is, if I'm dating you, I could be dating other people as well.
That's crazy.
No, but it's just like, but like here's the thing. I'm saying all of this, but I'm a hardcore simp. Like I'm a simp. Like not that I fall hard, but just like. I'm a hopeless romantic, so when it comes to like the whole idea of love and everything, I'm like, okay, like I need to do this and that and that. And my dad, he always told me, like I was his soul, he always told me like, oh, if a man wants you, right, like, okay, so this is his metaphor, like, and like I'm trying to translate it to sign language, but like he was saying that's so actually funny, but he always told me, okay, like for instance, if you throw a bone to a dog, the dog will chase it. But if you present the bone to the dog right in front of you, he either won't get it, or he either will like play around with it for a couple minutes and then he'll be done with it. Yeah. And he said, put that perspective to men. If you need to let a man chase you. A man likes to get what he wants. When you present yourself to a man just like firsthand, like he play around with it. He like you for a second. But at the same time, the next female that walked past him, I'm like, oh damn, he's gonna chase after that female. So my dad always told me like not to play hard to get, but like hold yourself to a certain standard and always not like let a man chase you, because it can work both ways. Like I can chase after a man too, but it just I've done that before. But so look at me now.
I have a question then. Going back to the one where you said about the talking to, like if basically what I got from the talking part is like if you're talking to some, like let's say I'm talking to you, right? And so basically I'm allowed to talk to other people. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm messing with you.
So what were you saying then? That's what I got from it.
I feel like for me, Why are you talking to other females? I'm important. No. That sounds no.
So
But it's
what
just
are you
like,
saying?
okay, if I'm talking to other females, but like, don't tell me though. Like that's
Yeah,
the thing.
obviously, yeah, no,
Like,
obviously,
don't tell me. Like,
obviously.
I'm not gonna tell you I'm talking to other guys, but don't tell me I'm talking to other females because I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one for you.
So listen to this though. So I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to make it make sense to me, bro. To be honest, I'm just trying to get what you're saying. So basically, if I'm talking to a female, right, and I want to go talk to another female, I could make my move. I don't have to worry about. But it's also about the female too. If she wants to interact with me because I'm talking, because I mean, if she, for instance, if she knows I'm talking to someone else, and she knows that I'm talking to someone else, sure. But if she's willing to interact with me and still talk to me, if I'm talking to somebody else, you think that's?
I mean, for me personally, it's not my business. So it's just like if you're talking to someone else, if a female try to approach you, knowing that you're talking to someone else,
No, I'm not saying I approach her.
No, but she come approach you.
Oh, okay, no, okay.
Wait.
No, I'm saying no. What if I approach her trying to like, and I'm trying to talk to her basically, and she knows I'm talking to somebody else too.
I mean, that's whatever.
You think it's whatever? Okay.
Like,
cool.
I feel like some females would disagree, but like, oh no, like you shouldn't do that, whatever. But for me personally, I just feel as though like it's whatever. But like, it's just like, for instance, if we're in the talking stage, I have the liberty to do whatever you want. But if we're in a dating stage and like you're fucking some other bitches, and like I later find out about it when we start talking, I'm like, I
mean, that's different. Yeah,
it is different. But like, so going back to the whole stages part, like, okay, we're dating, that's getting more serious. But if you officially ask me out, like, I will cut off everybody else. Like,
but dating is officially dating. What are you talking about? It's officially talking. It's officially. What you mean it is? The fuck? What you mean?
What?
So what is it? So apparently your definition of dating is different than everybody else's.
No, like, okay, if we're dating, it's just like I'm not gonna like talk to like, oh, damn it, ew. Okay, if we're dating, obviously I'm not gonna like, okay, if we're dating and stuff like that, I'm not gonna entertain the other guys like I was before. Like I'm not gonna say stuff that was like, okay, like, you know, that's too much. Like I'll kind of be like, hey Brody, like we're friends. Like I'll emphasize the friends part, and then I'll be like, and I'm gonna talk to my main one and be like, bro, like, you know, we serious, like we're dating, you know what? Yeah. But the other ones I'll be like, okay, like we're friends, like Brody, I'll like call them Brody, like.
So would you still have them as friends, knowing that they want you?
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
Okay.
Because it's just like I know that if we're like, okay, like for me, and this kind of sounds really fucked up, it's just that like if I'm dating someone, we're getting like really serious, and like we're like, okay, I feel like for me, like serious is really expressing like our inner thoughts, like our inner secrets and stuff like that. And if I ever reach that point with you and I tell you like deep shit that I've been through in my life or deep shit I've been thinking of, like bro, like okay, like damn, like I'm actually like dating you for real, I'm actually getting serious with you for real. And it's like if I'm not having that kind of relationship with other guys, it's just that I'm gonna eventually cut them off and start like not ghosting them, but it's just like not really like being as interested as before.
Okay, I get that. So you said not being as interested as before, right? I definitely now I understand what you're saying. I definitely do, and I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying that. That's just your perspective and the way you feel about that. But when it comes to guys and the way they want to handle their, you know, stuff like that. Like for instance, I definitely believe that if I'm just talking to you, I could do whatever I want. If like what you don't know will not hurt you. I definitely believe that. You know, we just talking, we just trying to see now, but then you know, we just fucking around, we just messing around type shit. Now if it comes to a stage where you'd be like, I want to see where this goes, then I'm gonna probably start pulling away. If I really want to see where it goes to, then I'm probably gonna start pulling away from those other females that I'm trying to get at too, even if I know that I have somebody else that I talk to, you know what I'm saying?
But when it comes to me, I feel as though like if you say, okay, I want to see what this is going to, you're making that point clear. But hey, like I want to continue actually like being serious. I hate that fucking word. like if you tell me that I want to keep this going, I actually like talking to you, I actually like getting to know you better, okay, those are clear words, or words like, okay, you're interested in continuing this. And then when you start asking me out to dates, I'm like, I know this is getting to a point where it's getting more serious, and I know it's getting to a point where it's like I need to really stop the whole antics.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Okay.
And then also peep the shirt.
I'm done.
I heart hot dads.
So basically, you love hot dads. I get that, but
it was a gift, okay? Like, you know, like
I'm
my
dead.
secret's gonna expose. Wow.
But like at the end of the day, though, most females don't see that. Don't watch it the way I guess you and I watch it, and I guess our perspective on that is pretty similar. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, I think it's more or less like, it's not even just females. It just, I think when it comes to like both genders, I think it comes to like any gender, to be honest, is that it based, like the way we perceive relationships, the way we perceive stages is based off our past experiences. And I think that the way you define it, like for me, like the definition that I was giving you, or like the way I see things, is based on my own personal experience.
Of course.
But another person's gonna be like, okay, I don't agree with that, or like, oh, I do agree with that, but like I think there's some more things I need to say along the way. So I think that when it comes to like anyone, I just think that it really is based on your own personal experience. But I do think that more or less a lot more across the line. I think that if we both communicate our feelings really well, or if, for instance, if you tell me directly like, oh, I want to be with you, I'll be like, okay, like damn, I'm getting the clear signs. And I feel like a lot of things that doesn't work out, and it gets me so frustrated, like bro, like especially for y'all males, like y'all need to get your shit together, is the fact that y'all are not as communicative. Or like the fact that like I can't, like I keep, not that I keep misreading signs, but just like tell me directly, bro. Like just tell me, bro, like directly.
You're preaching to the choir, bro. I hate when motherfuckers think like I can read minds and shit like that, bro. I can't read minds, bro. Like be straightforward. I feel like the only way I understand you is if you tell me it how it is. That's why I always ask for feedback on the podcast, because I want to like know what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying,
like,
bro?
if I'm doing something wrong, just tell me. Like, I understand.
Exactly.
I'll take into consideration. I might like not argue with you, but I'll be like, okay, like Brody, like
I don't enjoy when y'all just watch my stories and not interact with the stories. Like that's how I feel. Like it makes me feel the same way, to be honest with you.
And it's just like, if it's not only like miscommunication, it's just that like there's a failure for people to actually comprehend some of the things you're saying. Like,
yeah,
like I can't tell you something and then you do the same shit again. Because now I'm just like, okay, like, are you even listening to me?
Yep.
And it's just like, I want to like
I definitely hear that, bro.
If I talk to you, I want to talk to you. I want to tell you things, and it's just like I want you to understand. And then that's the thing about me too. If things have to work, for instance, relationships, we have to understand each other.
Yeah.
We need to keep things moving along. And on top of that, I feel as though like another thing that we'll have to say also is some things need a spice.
Of course.
Some things need to like really keep going. I feel like for me, like,
because it will just be boring if you don't switch things up. You know what I'm saying?
And like, I'm not saying, oh, we should like the switch, like the spice can't be like, okay, let's have sex with other females or have an open relationship. Like, that's not the spice I'm talking about. It's just more or less like, no, I'm being serious, because like some people
I know.
Oh, you want to be spicy? Let's
yeah, bro.
You know?
Some people really do be like that, and I could never.
Like, I feel like for me, like the whole polygamy thing, like that's
different.
I respect some people. Like,
no, that's different. I could never.
Like, but for me personally, like monogamy is the way to go. Like,
no, yeah, I want, if I'm in a relationship, like a relationship, like we're dating. You know what I'm saying? Like we're partners. I'm only having sex with you. There's no sex with other people else. You know what I'm saying? And you should be only having sex with me too, bro. But like I said, if there is the stage before that where you'd be like, I want to see where this goes, I'm gonna try my best to not mess with other people. That's like, you know what I'm saying?
But like, you see, like for me, I just feel as though like, okay, like the thing about it is like, for me when I'm talking to people, I don't really try to mess with other people. That's a lie. That I feel like the thing I'm very conscious about is like, okay, like I don't know if you're conscious about this, but STDs, chlamydia, all that shit is real.
Yeah,
and
bro.
Like my whole thing is just that like I
gotta use condoms, bro.
You know, sometimes a paper bag would do. Let me stop. No, that's, don't listen to me. But I just feel as though like,
I do not condone this.
Yeah, X-rated. This is something you see on TV. But I just feel as though like, that shit exists, and like it really fucks with your like being, like bro, like, and it just fucks with your living in general. And I think that like people, like, yes, y'all can have fun, but at the same time, like bro, just be honest. And I feel like if a man ever asks me like, oh, are you fucking with other niggas while you're fucking with me, I'll be like, I'll be honest with him, because I'm not gonna sit here and lie to him. And if he'd be like, oh, I want you to get tested, I will get tested.
No, fine.
So it's just like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to your face, but unless you ask me that question, I'm not gonna tell you.
But you know what I feel like sometimes though? I will be talking to somebody and I will think about talking to other people. Like, you know, I would just, it would just be on my mind, but I will never actually like do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would think about it, probably think that there is signals there and I should be probably making a move to that other person. And then I just don't do it because I get, you know, sometimes you get so comfortable with that person that you're talking to, and it just seems like it's...
Or not even comfortable, I just think more or less like, if I'm talking to you and like we're actually vibing and everything, it's just like, why am I entertaining other people or talking to them?
Well, you get comfortable, like
comfortable, but not even that more secured. Like you're really liking that person and you're liking from who they are, and it's just that when you actually talk to them, it's like, damn, like you might be the one. What?
Probably, but I don't know. Sometimes, nah, bro, you're wildin'. Sometimes it's like, I just question, like, if, like, I don't know. Sometimes I just question, like, did I make the right move? Did I sleep on myself by not talking to that other person or trying to see where it went with the other person instead because I like their vibe too?
But I feel like at the same time, like there's millions. Like I feel like, yes, I think about that sometimes. Like, damn, like did I do the right choice? But at the same time, I'm like, bro, like if that person came out of my life, they came out of my life for a reason. If that person comes back into my life, they come back to a reason. And I do believe that like whoever God sends me is meant to be a teaching moment. So it's just that like I either learn and I regret it, or either I learn and I continue doing the same thing again. But it's just, I do believe that like, if you regret it, okay, or like, damn, I wish I was with that like person again, like I really was fucking with them and everything, like damn, like that's a damn moment. But at the same time, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Yeah, I get that.
But I have a question for you, Malin. Are you toxic?
What you mean, am I toxic?
Are you toxic?
No, I'm not. What is that? What is the what do you mean by am I toxic?
Like, not okay. Like I feel like what I'm trying to ask is like, have you ever reached the point of like being like not crazy, but like have got into like really bad matters where you're just like, bro, like I want to do this out of spite type of shit? Because I'm not gonna lie, like my thing is I have done that personally myself, and I have like, not that I regretted it, but just like, damn, like that was really petty of me.
I personally feel like I'm not toxic, bro, and anything that I did was meant to be done, to be honest with you.
Ooh, I feel like you're a gaslighter.
Nah, bro, I'm not no gaslighter, bro. You're crazy.
I'm crazy?
Well,
I'm crazy, y'all.
Wow, okay. Nah. I'm not no gaslighter. Nah, bro. I tell people shit straightforward the way it's supposed to be. And then if I beat around the bush, bro, it's for a reason.
But why beat around the bush?
Because sometimes there's something holding me back. So I don't gaslight. I don't know. I just don't say what I have to say, or I say what I have to say. Okay. And like I said, I'm not, going back to the toxic one, I'm not toxic. Everything I feel like I do or did was meant to be done or deserved, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And I don't think that's toxic.
Okay. I'm gonna hold you to your truth.
Whatever. I feel like you're toxic for asking me if I'm toxic and not believing if I'm
It's because I feel like personally everyone's toxic. I feel like they're like, you can't.
Everybody has toxic traits, bro.
I feel like like for instance, so you're toxic. So you're telling me that you have
no. Okay, sure. I have toxic traits, but I'm not gonna say that they're the toxic traits that everyone focuses on, like nowadays in this petty ass little children ass relationships that motherfuckers be having. You know what I'm saying, bro? Nah, bro. If I have any toxic traits, then it's things that definitely I don't even know what to say about that, to be honest with you. Like I can't even finish that sentence.
Yeah.
like
I the thing is that like I personally feel as though like we all have done wrongdoings. I feel like we all have done things that like that was really out of our comfort zone.
Hell yeah.
And I think necessarily it happens when you start talking to someone or actually being serious with someone, because like in all reality is it's like we have these mixed emotions. We have these emotions that really push us over the edge or put us like below it. Like we could be nonchalant about stuff and be okay, it's whatever. But I do believe that everyone's toxic because it's like we're human. We're meant to feel these emotions. We're meant to bring it out into the public. And like not that like the little childish shit, I can't do that. Like I'm not Krishan and Blueface. I cannot do stuff like that.
Crazy,
like
bro.
That's crazy. But it's I do no, like
that shit is crazy.
Like that's crazy, but I do like not like I sympathize with them.
No, I don't.
Like I feel
I don't, bro.
I sympathize because it's just like you're just putting it out in the public, and that's one thing I can never do. Like for me, I like to be very private. Like I think that like I'm telling, like I literally said this to my mom all the time. Like the day that she finds out I'm getting married is the day of the wedding.
I'm dead.
The day that she finds out I'm pregnant is the day of the baby shower.
Crazy.
She's gonna know, but it's just like I feel like for me it's just like I'd rather keep things more private because it's like the more things get involved, the more my business get out there.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, I definitely understand keeping things private, but sometimes, let's just say, if I post something or I do something like that, it doesn't really mean something. It doesn't really mean anything. So I try. I try to keep things low key, but sometimes
people just know.
People know, and what's the point of hiding, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I obviously, like, let's just say if I'm talking to one person and I'm posting about them, we've obviously been talking for a while now. But then if I start talking to somebody, there's no, like, it takes a while for you to get to my social media, you know what I'm saying, or even just for the world to see a picture with you and me. But if I'm talking to somebody and I'm also talking to somebody else, then the last person that I started talking to will not make it on social media at all, or just won't be known. Like if people see me with you, it's like literally by accident, some shit like that. And that's just the way it is, bro. That's just the way it is, and that's just how I feel about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, trying to putting this to like a close, is there any last thing you would like to say? Any like what we touched on, career, relationship wise?
I think career-wise, like my last remark for that would be like, honestly, just do it. I feel like life is so short for you to not put yourself into these opportunities that will present yourself to you, or like not even present it to you, but like if there's a chance to get it, chase after that dream. And I feel like as though like you need to follow your heart, whatever you do. If you tell yourself you don't want to do this thing, follow your heart, and also like trust your gut. Because I think your gut will like also like clarify things for you. Because if you feel very like stuck in like the mud, follow that. And also for love, I think that like everyone has their own definition for love. Everyone has their own perception of it. And I think that just communicating or putting more thoughts out there about it honestly will clarify a lot of things. But like I feel like for me, like I will admit the truth, like, and I will put things into hindsight that it is difficult. And I think it is meant to be difficult, but I think that's the beautiful part about it. And guys, have love, experience that. We're all gonna experience it one day, but like do it.
It is meant to be difficult, I can tell you that much.
But yeah.
But I think this will be it for this episode, guys, with your host Malin and my beautiful guest Hasina. And this is Everything and Anything podcast, the most unprofessional podcast out there. No set agenda, no set design. We just get it done wherever we at. Always remember that this podcast is to spark your mind, make you think a little, and make you wonder about the things that you thought you knew. Don't forget to leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Just connect with the Instagram. Check out the website at buzzinenterprise.square. I had to turn the timer off real quick. You know what I'm saying? But buzzinenterprise.square.site. Check that out. Don't forget to just like I said, interact with the page, yo. I appreciate that. Whether it be Spotify, leave a review on there, leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Any support helps, guys. Any support helps. And today, this was a great episode with Hasina. I mean, I really love talking about stuff like that and stuff that just makes you think a little bit. You know what I mean? Not just a little bit, just makes you think, to be honest with you. And just wonder, is like, has the way you've been thinking, different, or should that be the way you're thinking? So Yeah, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode, and it was a good one. I definitely think it was a good one. But yeah, the links in bio for everything I just said there, man. Have a good one, and peace.
Peace, and y'all be seeing me soon.
Yeah.
Bye. Dun, dun, dun.